I get it.
So those are just to kind of guide you, and then again, you can customize them, is what you'd said customization is an option.
Mm-hmm.
Which is awesome. If you like the performance of a fund better, or you think it's gonna fit better for that person, because even though they score conservative, let's say 20% of their portfolio is invested for a child's education, that could totally be aggressive. And in that scenario, you put them in those funds.
Don't give me any ideas, huh? 65 years old. What do you want to put your mom?
Well, it's not just about the fact that they're 65, right?
Right. I get that.
It's about how they feel.
Right.
About, what does risk mean to them, and that's something that's relative to every individual investor. That's why I can't
lose your
say.
money,
I don't know.
but you still want to earn a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You're 65. You're scared of the market tanking.
They're probably going to be a more conservative investor,
Right.
And there's some conservative options from which you can select from inside of there.
So I want to go
Whether
back.
you end up going with a Morningstar model or you build something custom, you have different options. Or maybe that's somebody that needs guarantees.
Yeah.
Right.
That might be someone where this is not an appropriate solution
Okay.
for them.
Okay. So we're back on the Sammons website, mutual fund IRA.
Okay?
What am I looking at here?
So we had pulled this up because you wanted to take a look at some of the resources that
Right.
we make available to you. So first of all, let me have you click on it. See where it's highlighted in red, the box underneath that says marketing materials. This is where you can access electronic versions of many of the same things that we're looking at right now that are inside of these kits. So it's the marketing materials on the left there. Electronic versions of the new funds, of course, were available through Firelight, so you wouldn't use these. You wouldn't use the print versions inside these brochures.
Right.
But if you ever wanted to see what they look like, become familiar with them, or when you do those screen share sessions with Andrew, those are the documents that you'd be taking a look at. I'd also suggest take a look at the middle bottom, tools and illustrations. And like I said, we can always run illustrations for you guys if you want to. And I always suggest, reach out to myself or especially Andrew on that one. We provide a lot of illustrations to help you just bolster that conversation that you're going to have with that client and have some more detail along the way. But if you want to, let's say it's 2 a.m. and for whatever reason you want to jump online and create an illustration because we're out of the office, you can certainly go on here and do that.
So if you want, you're already in it now. If you wanted to put in $300,000, right? I think we had a client just a few days ago. $300,000 was in his 401k, and he was a young man, but he was unfortunately suffering some high-level medical situations. He might die in a couple years.
Oh my.
And so in that, I think it was the man with ALS, and you mentioned he's got a few.
Oh, he's 51.
He's 51.
He's got $1,080,000.
$1,080,000. Okay, so I was way off. All in all, if you were to run an illustration on him to tell you exactly the questions you had, like where would I put this guy's money and what would I do? I mean, 2 years. We already know the life insurance side. We know how to cover in those scenarios. This would be to help him invest or his family invest that money from the life insurance product.
I don't really portfolio analysis, so we have to add the tickers in ourselves. Okay.
It's a very manual process because this is creating a custom portfolio.
Okay.
And that's why I would suggest rather than you take your time going through this, call up Andrew.
Or Andrew.
We'll walk through it over the phone and then
I think
boom,
that's
you'll
awesome.
have it in your
Does
inbox.
farmers have other illustration capable? Because I know the life has illustration capabilities.
Not really in any
That's an
investment program.
amazing tool to have, even, just to kind of get an idea, especially if you're trying to get away from one stock fund.
So do you have something that kind of shows, minimum age 18 years old, do you have anything that shows what the returns are for each fund, all the different funds or all the different where do I see that?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's see, that's going to be in investment options, I believe. And wait for this to populate. The left box, it says view all fund stats. So this is a piece that we update monthly. This will break down every single individual fund that is inside of there by style and asset class. So for example, the first blue header is large value. You have all your large value equity managers in there. And we show historical returns, alpha, beta, standard deviation, as well as fees. So this is for the individual fund level, or if you wanted to take a look at the portfolio models, those Morningstar
Yeah.
models, those are available also on the website in a different spot.
Very nice.
So we provide total transparency
this,
along the way.
so
We
we
want you
can-
to know, the information that you need to construct
Yeah.
these portfolios for your clients.
Great, thank you.
Mhm.
American
Find it
Central.
out. We can do a little more later.
Since 1950?
Inception
Some of
date.
those inception dates are really
Jesus.
back. What's that fidelity fund? I can't think of it now.
VIP midcap?
They had a Magellan? Was it Magellan? I can't think of it, but it was closed and it was amazing.
Mm.
My grandfather's before
Yeah,
into it.
they did a soft close on that, right? So if you were an existing shareholder, you could continue to make additional investments, but they closed it off to new
Exactly, yeah.
investors. Yeah.
So it's 10 grand minimum to start.
Yep.
I'm just thinking. Is that a fund? S&P Midcap 400 TR?
Oh, no, that is not. So at the bottom of each category, it's going to provide the relevant index, just for reference purposes.
Okay.
We had the request a while back from advisors, hey, can you put that in there? It would be a useful comparison tool.
Okay.
So we include that. But of course, as with any index, you cannot invest directly in it, nor do we have them available inside of here, because you can't buy it.
Yeah,
It's an
wow.
index. Yeah.
Who's your biggest Sammons user?
So
Company-wide?
we were talking about this. So I live here in Phoenix, and my territory is all of Arizona, New Mexico, southern half of Nevada. El Paso's in there too. But my biggest producer is an Allstate agent. Yeah, it's based out of Albuquerque, and I know that of course Farmers and Allstate are two very, very different companies, but there are some similarities in the models. In terms of the insurance aspect and talking about the investment side of things and being that go-to solution for all financial services for your clients. And